What's up, everybody? Matt Crane here. What's up, man? Now I need to get a haircut. Your boy needs to get tightened up. Matt Crane, what's up, fellas and ladies? It's so good to see everybody. My man Terry Wheelan, Chris Kirkpatrick, Trisha Stahl, Ben making videos, Quinn for the win. I know I missed some folks. Randall Hart, Colleen Arney's in the house, Saint 2645, my man Craig Meyer. Look, I'm so appreciative of having you all here tonight, and I'm so thankful that when we come back, Monica, what's up, Millennial Hustlers is joining. Look, when we decided that we were going to bring the Power of Great live stream series back, I decided that it was time to stop playing games. It was time to show the donkey the snake. It was time that everybody understood that I came to change the game. So look, it's not about what you're going to do in life. It's about what you're committed to change in your life. It's not about what you're going to do in your life. It's about what you're committed to change in your life. So I want you guys to understand the Power of Great live stream series is going to change people's lives. I am committed. I am dedicated. I am all in to help each and every one of you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. Put down the negativity and let's ride it out with prosperity, because we're doing nothing but changing positive things day after day after day. And we're coming strong on the 2.0 edition with the power of prospecting. We're going to talk tonight about prospecting online on Facebook, how to become more effective at prospecting on Facebook. My name is Matt Crane. I am the founder and creator of the Power of Great. And this particular series is presented to you by my boys and girls at Rush Impact Marketing. They are so invaluable to where we are today. So when you see anything media-wise, graphics, anything that you guys see coming down the pipe, the folks at Rush Impact Marketing have brought it to life, and I'm so honored to have them in my corner. The Power of Great podcast, they're so instrumental in that. But guys and gals, tonight, session number 2 of the Power Great live stream series, and we're going to talk about the power of prospecting online, prospecting more effectively on Facebook. Look, social media is where it's at. Social media is where everyone is starting to change their, what I call the traditional business model. And there's a lot of businesses right now that haven't really embraced it. There's a lot of you that haven't fully embraced it. You're still using the platform incorrectly. Now, here's what I want to tell you. First of all, I want to commend you for using the platform. Second of all, I really want to take this power of prospecting. I want you guys and gals to understand, your business will not be successful. Your brand will not be successful. Your service-based model will not be successful if you don't understand how to become a world-class prospector. You know, we kicked off last night with prospecting online. I really went through why it's so valuable to prospect online. So I wanted to break down Facebook to start because it's the largest social media platform today. I could poll 10 people right now, and 90% of them are going to tell me that they lean to Facebook by default, because Facebook is the name of social media. When you think of cell phones now, what do you think of? The iPhone. When you think of Walkman, what do you think now? The iPod. It's an ingrained concept. So that's why I wanted to start tonight with the power of prospecting and Facebook. So let's talk about Facebook at a glance. I'm reading right off the PowerPoint. I'll have this particular PowerPoint uploaded on my business development inner circle. You gals can get to the link in my Periscope bio. It's bit.ly/bizdev with Matt. But we're going to have this particular PowerPoint. We'll have the PDF version uploaded to that inner circle. Okay, last night's presentation is already uploaded for anybody that wants to download it. I do that complimentary because, hey, why not? So let's talk about Facebook at a glance. 1.3 billion monthly active users. 1.3 billion. There's 7 billion people on planet Earth. So when you think about the reach potential, when you think about the activity that's being used online, look no further than Facebook. It's ginormous in terms of activity. Mobile reach, 1.01. So 1 billion monthly active users. So there's 1.3 on the entire platform. A billion of that is using it on the mobile phone. So think about your reach 24/7 on Facebook. Very important that you guys and gals are understanding this. Time spent. Average user time spent on Facebook is 18 minutes per day. And it's more than any other social media site. So what that really should tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that people are going there for their news, their entertainment, and for their gossip column. So if you're not leveraging Facebook right now for all different types of information, then you're never going to truly be able to prospect. So you really want to make sure, my man, the Big Dreamer's in the house, guys. Follow my man, the Big Dreamer. Solid cat. That guy is phenomenal, man. Thank you for being here, the Big Dreamer. I appreciate it. So 18 minutes per day on Facebook, more than any other social media site. So news, personal, gossip. People are using it for everything. So when you think of people that are only using Facebook on their mobile device, 400 million users. As a daily habit, ladies and gentlemen, 829 million people use Facebook on a daily basis. I mean, that's insane. 830 million people use it on a daily basis. So when you really want to talk about ad revenue breakdown, so you think about when people do advertisements, 62% of the ad revenue that comes on Facebook is done on mobile ads. Okay? So as we're really talking about prospecting on Facebook, I wanted to first of all really go back to what I talked about last night. And the most effective prospecting tool for anyone to start right away is you got to start with your story. You know, I see a lot of people that throw their business online, or they throw their they throw their product online, or they only go in with this concept of sell, 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 sell. And what you fail to really understand is that I don't know you. So in terms, Quell Peterson, only one you need one. David DeBay, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. So when you think about it is, why are you only going to sell when no one knows who you are? So do you really think you're going to be able to effectively prospect and utilize Facebook in terms of its totalitarian, right, function by not telling your story first? So I wanted to really lay the foundation with saying this. If you want to effectively prospect, tip number one is you got to tell your story right out of the gate. Consistently tell your story. Your story is going to come in the forms of pictures, messages, shares, likes of other posts, all these different behavioral patterns that you're going to show on a social media platform. So imagine that as you're prospecting individuals, if you share something that doesn't jive with a particular group of people you might be prospecting, do you understand how that's also viewed as a negative? But if you come behind those things with your authentic story, then people now will be able to wrap their head around why you're sharing certain material, why you might be commenting or liking on certain post. And what happens, so for everyone that's here for the first time, thank you. I really appreciate you. My name's Matt Crane, founder and creator of the Power of Great brand. And this is the Power of Great live stream series. Every Monday through Thursday, we lay down platforms and foundations that's going to help you grow in your business, your life, and more importantly, just help you come together, okay, with awesome people. And it's very nice to meet you as well. So, if you want to be able to understand, right, the power of great. So the power of great, let's lay the definition down. The power of great was built to help each and every one of you in your life, your business, individuals, entrepreneurs, no matter who you are, recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. So You want to talk about being an effective prospector on social media. It's about how you can organically reach your prospects. Now, I will tell you this. I would rather have a higher rate of organic reach than paid reach any day of the week. Now, am I going to utilize the paid form on Facebook? Absolutely. I do purchase ads. I do run different things based on what I might be trying to accomplish. However, I lead with a lot of organic material. Meaning I put posts, I put articles, I put videos, and I don't boost them. I share them. I lean on my network to help me organically move that message. And I think that's important, okay? So I really want you to understand, tell your story. Now, here is a second tip that's important. Multiple channels of distribution on Facebook are key. Multiple channels of distribution on Facebook are key. So I want to talk to you guys about effectively using Facebook groups to prospect. Multiple channels of distribution are key on Facebook. Now, why is that important? Number one, not everyone that you're in a group with is friends with you on your news feed. So they're not seeing your normal routine. So when you go into these groups, right? When you go into these groups, it's very important that you create a relationship. You tell your story. You consistently help people through your information. So that way, when you put information on your personal page, you are then able to take that and share it inside these groups that you are a part of. You now become a contributing member to these groups. Multiple channels of distribution. It's just like a business, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to make more money if you start with point A and you're distributing your businesses or your service or your products to B, C, D, and E rather than A to B. Multiple channels of distribution. Facebook groups. If you have a personal page, a business or fan page, if you have a private inner circle, just as I do. If you have a brand page, okay? So on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, I have Matt Crane, the personal page. I have Matt Crane, the public figure page. I have Crane's Crew, which is my exclusive complimentary inner circle. The link is in my Periscope bio. And then I also have a Power of Great page, which is the brand page. Every time I create a post that I know resonates from a mass standpoint, it goes to my personal page, my fan page, my inner circle page, and my business page. Then what I do is I look. Big Mitch, I'll get with you offline and show you that as well. It's pretty simple. You just want to go to the security settings when you go to your personal page and manage your page and change the security settings to private. But then, so there's 4 pages. There's 4 different channels of distribution. Why? Because some people are driven to a brand. Some people are driven to the public figure. Some people might want to become your friends, but Facebook only gives you 5,000 reach on your personal page. Multiple channels of distribution. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those posts, and what happens? Boom! I'm going to take it to groups where the information makes sense, where I've already been a contributing and serviceable member in those groups, and I'm going to drop it in there as well. So I have 3 groups right now that I drop information in. So one post now created 7 different forms of distribution for me on one social media channel. What does this do? It gives your post prospective legs. It's called creating a turnkey operation for prospecting. Meaning that people that are on my personal page, that drive to my personal page, they're going to see it. People that are a part of my inner circle, they're specifically driven there for one reason, are going to see it. People that want to see my public figure page are going to see it. Do you see? And what happens in the minds of your prospects? That means they no longer have what I call the city scrape eyes. You ever watch a city scrape, how it's busy? Up and down, up and down, up and down. You want to create what? You want to create what I call a brick wall. My dad is in sales, and every time we would go into to grocery stores and he would work stores, he said, son, leave it a brick wall, because he wanted all the clients to come down, or the shoppers, and see straight down the line. Give them nothing to be confused about where to get their stuff. So by doing that, now what you're doing is you're creating consistency. See, to be an effective prospector, it's called consistency, right? And I think that's very important. Stacy, what's going on? Great to see you, hon. Love you. So, multiple channels of distribution. Point number 3 with Facebook is now you want to leverage likes, comments, and shares. We talked a little bit about it last night, but I want to go in more in depth tonight on the likes, the comments, and the shares, and why it's important to effectively prospect each of these. T Unstoppable, what's up, girlfriend? Love you back. I want you guys to understand why it's important to leverage these in different ways. Number 1, what is a like really telling you? It's telling me 3 very specific things. 1, people just raise their hand, but they're not completely sold, but they like the information. 2, they hit it to be seen, and then they might have moved on. Number 3, they're waiting for you to respond. So let's talk about how to effectively prospect a like on Facebook. Number 1, if after you are done, okay, after you are done with your post or with your videos or whatever you want to call it on Facebook, you want to go to where it says likes. You can actually click on those likes and everybody's profile pops up. And on the right-hand side, it's going to show you add friend or friends. So now you're going to start seeing, and what happens? Now you're building analytical data. Okay? So whenever I look at likes and I have a ratio that is not friends to like friends, this is what it tells me. That means that these people came from a share, or they came from, it popped up on their feed page and they came in. Meaning now it became a clickable opportunity. So I want to engage them. How do you engage people with likes? It's going to be tedious, ladies and gentlemen, but this is very important. You click on those likes, and one by one you click on and find out is their profile public, private, or whatnot. I'm not one of those people that immediately goes and tries to add friends because they don't know me. But if I have an opportunity to send them a message or to give them a personal comment back on their page, I'm going to create that, and I'm simply going to say this. Ben Making Videos, thank you for liking my recent post, and I'm going to give it its name. So tonight I did a book review. So let's say Ben Making Videos came to my book review, and I want to say, Ben Making Videos, thank you for participating and liking my recent book review. And I'm going to leave it at that. Short, simple, to the point. Now I have created 2 things in a prospecting world. Number 1, I've created a point of contact. And number 2, I've created a direct follow-up opportunity. Because if Ben Making Videos doesn't respond to me in some level of whether adding me as a friend or messaging me back or replying, I'm simply going to go back and make sure that I send it to the right person. Sales 101, but that's effectively prospecting. So let's talk about prospecting the comment. So the comment now becomes someone raised their hand and is now engaging with you because they need more. But they need more right away. They want your attention now. You got theirs, now they're wanting yours. Okay? So whether you believe it or not, even if they're your friends already or your family already and they're simply just there to support, what did we talk about? Consistency. Because those people that liked your post are also getting notifications when you comment on your post or when you share that post or when someone else likes that post. Don't believe me? Go like a post that I put and watch what happens. It's going to give you notifications. But a comment is really hey, I'm ready for a question. I'm ready to go deeper. Hey, I'm over here. Can we talk for a moment? So simply, there's two levels of effectively prospecting a comment on Facebook. Number one, you want to reply to that comment. And then number two, you want to effectively, and if they're not your friend already, okay, you want to effectively ask them this question. How can we connect better on this platform? It's a great question to ask. Hey, T Unstoppable, thank you for reaching out and commenting on my post. I really appreciate your engagement. How can I effectively strengthen this newfound relationship on this platform? It's a great question to ask. And a comment is appropriate for you to ask that during the reply because they took time out of their day to comment and raise their hand and get attention, right? So you really want to be organic, but you also want to ask that next question. Now let's talk about the share. So we've talked about the like and we've talked about the comment, and let's talk about the share. So what the share is now you have gained referability. Referability is huge on social media. When people share your information, that's crazy referability, meaning now they've opened and exposed you to their entire reach, their audience base, their group, which means digitally they've signed off on all your information and they said, you know what, whatever this is, I'm in. And I need everyone else to see it too because it's also going to make me look good. It's going to strengthen my credibility. It's going to allow me an opportunity to say, man, I know that person, or I'm really co-signing this information. So if you're just coming in, once again, everyone, my name is Matt Crane I am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am the founder and creator of The Power of Great. What's up, Time Investment LLC? How you doing? And we're talking tonight on the power of, got it, Colleen, thanks to see you. The Power of Great live stream series. We're talking about the power of prospecting online and how to effectively prospect better on Facebook. So the share is crucial. That means you have gained an immediate credibility. You've gained immediate credibility. This is a Say I Won't shirt, been making videos. My friend Knox Vanderpool actually founded the company and created the company, and I support the company. So, and that is also a Say I Won't hat, but that is actually the shirt that they created for the troops. So we're going to talk about Instagram on a different episode. Tonight's episode is specifically geared towards Facebook. So we will be talking about Instagram tomorrow night, actually. So just hold all your questions for tomorrow night because we will be talking about that platform. So the share is crucial because now it expands your viewers, it expands your audience, your reach, and it expands your opportunity to share your comments and your other information with those individuals. So when you really want to start thinking about prospecting, that's why it's so important that you have a consistent way of doing business on all your social media sites. Guys, I just showed you how I created 7 multiple channels of distribution of my content on one platform. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're overdoing it. You're overexposing. No, I'm not. If you're in business to make money and you're telling me you're only going to limit yourself to a certain number of dollar bills you're going to accept that day because you're afraid to take in too many, then I want to talk to you about how I can buy your business out because you're going to be selling it very soon. So never feel like you're overexposing yourself. What you're doing is you're exposing yourself in a systematic and strategic way because you are a professional and ultimate prospector. So let's talk about what I call the fishing rod of success on Facebook. The fishing rod of success on Facebook. Okay? So when you think of a fishing rod, let's break down the components. You've got the rod, the reel, the line, the bait, and the hook. Okay? So the rod, the reel, the line, the bait, and the hook. So for me, my rod, okay, which is that structure, right? The rod or that structure is going to be my message. It's my story. Okay? My story is my fishing is the rod because it really is the foundation to everything that's going to happen during that trip or that prospecting tour, or as they call it in quotations, fishing online. And I say fishing in terms of how to describe what I'm talking about with your fishing rod of success on Facebook. So that's why start with your story. Hey, you can have a great rod. You can have the perfect line, the best lure, and the right hook. But if you don't have the rod or your story, then none of that makes sense inside of that. You now have what we call a spider web of mess. Okay? So, your story. My line is those 7 channels of distribution. Right? So think about it. All the different channels of distribution are the line. Whether I need to drag it out, okay? I'm not sure what you mean by product or opportunity. So your line is my 7 channels of distribution. Now I have my line. Okay? So I've got my rod as my story. The channels of distribution where my story is now being set. That's my line. The reel is my engagement. So engaging with the likes, engaging with the shares, engaging with the comments is reeling those people in more closer to you so you can see them more effectively. Okay? So your engagement is your reel. My bait is the particular type of post, whether it's a video, a graphic, a text. Do I add a link? Do I not add a link? That's the bait. Because what baits people into watching you is your content. Okay? Hold your question until the end and we'll definitely get that answered here shortly. So your content is your bait. What is my hook? What's my hook? My hook is my questions. How can I effectively strengthen our relationship? What was it about this Periscope that made you hang on? Hit the link in my bio so we can connect deeper in my business development inner circle. And what that does, ladies and gentlemen, is that here's what happens, right? What happens is now when those prospects are swimming around your bait and they nibble and you give them an opportunity to set the hook, set it. And you set it by asking them a question, because once they answer that question, now you know why they came to you. Now you know what they're going to follow. Now you know what they're interested in. And now you know what they're going to come back for. So most people don't set the hook because they don't ask the questions. So it's very, 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 very important that you understand what's your fishing rod of success on Facebook. How are you properly engaging? How are you building your fishing rod of success? How are you reeling in your prospects? What's your line? Are you really understanding the bait? Think about it. When you go fishing, if you're in fresh water, certain type of bait. Salt water, certain type of bait. If it's cold, certain type of bait. If it's warm water, certain type of bait. If you're on the bank, different. You see, there's all these different things that go into it. That's why most people that only put text on Facebook have low engagement, because 53% of all users on Facebook actively engage with graphical posts over text post. So more than half. So you really have to be smart about what you're prospecting for. But you're never going to be able to truly understand how to build that fishing rod of success on Facebook for prospecting if you don't do what? Tell your story. You can have all the great accessories, but if you don't have that fishing rod, then what happens? Nothing, natha, nada. You're a lot more effective that way. So if everyone has learned something tonight in this Periscope, if you found it valuable, if you were able to walk away with some key information that's helping you become more efficient on Facebook, type a 1 in the chat box. If you are still kind of missing some things, put in a 2. And at this point, I would love to start answering some questions. I'm going to take 2 or 3 minutes for questions. And I want to say thank you for everybody coming in tonight, for the hearts, for the shares, for the likes. I really appreciate all your engagement. You know, at the end of every week, I am going to go back. I'm tallying who gave the most hearts, who shared, and who had the most engagement on the particular Periscope, because I'm going to be giving away prizes at the end of every week. Last night, Nikki Ortega ran away with multiple categories. So I want to say thank you again, but any questions that you might have, I would love to take a few questions and see how I can best answer them. But always remember, ladies and gentlemen, the power of great is built. How do you go about selecting the groups to interact with? So, Quell Peterson, I hope I'm saying this correctly. Does this apply to biz pages or groups? It applies to all. So when it comes to groups that I interact with, Raquel, thank you, is that I only want to be part of groups that make sense to my overall foundation. When I get added to groups that make no sense, that have no value to me, I'm out. I don't request to join groups just to join groups because, man, my notifications get lit up as it is. So what you want to do is you want to find that value system. You want to find a group of people that you connect with, that you believe in, that you have an understanding, and that also when you go in there and interact, you're going to gain more opportunities to prospect your business, and you're going to learn things that are going to help you in business and in your life. Don't just join a group to join a group. It's pathetic. Okay? People that do that are working for the applause, not for the cause. You should reverse that, and you should work for the cause, not for the applause. What's better to present, product or opportunity? Neither, until you present your story. If you come at me directly with your product or opportunity, I would dismiss you as a novice, and I'm going to give you some coaching. Hey, come back to me when you've got a bigger story and a better way of describing who you are and what you do and why I need to pay attention to you, and I definitely want us to chat. Until then, get to my inner circle and let me complimentary coach you on how to become a better prospector on Facebook. How do you tell a better story? You know, been making videos. I went back and watched one of your Periscopes, and I'm going to give you some coaching live right here. You pay way more attention to who's commenting. You pause way too much in between, and you veer off track way too much. It's common because most people are afraid they're going to miss an engagement, and they're going to somebody's not going to pay attention to their Periscope. Understand, been making videos. The last Periscope that I watched from you, you were talking about social media tips, and you didn't give me a social media tip one until about 10 minutes in the video. So what I want you to understand is that don't wait for 30 people to show up. When one person hits, you deliver the information. You give that one person their just deserves because they came to you. So your story is going to be when you start telling your story. Don't wait for 100 people to get there. My first 3 Periscopes, ladies and gentlemen, had 0, 1, and 0. My 4th one hit 4,000 people. So been making videos. Hey, one thing I am proud of is that I can see that you're truly trying to help. That you truly want to grow and you truly want to get better. Lisa Hall, it's great to see you. But coaching tip number 2 for you on telling a story is tell your story. Don't give me a sexy title because you think it's going to draw a bunch of people into the Periscope. Because how can you, who only has 10 viewers, tell me how to grow my social media? It's called disingenuous information. And most people on social media don't give you a second chance to be disingenuous. So I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but perception is reality. And the only way you can change perception is to tell your story and get out in front of it. I hope that helps. If that helps you, Ben, let me know. Thumbs up, shoot me a 1. But I definitely wanted to give you some live coaching right here. Do you recommend using apps like Hootsuite for sharing content in different platforms? Absolutely. How do you present your story daily consistently? This is okay, cool. So how do I change or deliver my story every day? Is that I consistently set up my story for the next day. So if you guys know that I'm going to be on Monday through Thursday right here on the Power of Great live stream series at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, you're going to make a decision on whether you're going to watch me tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So if you notice and you go back and you watch every one of my Periscopes, my introduction's the same way. It might tweak a little bit here and there, but my name is Matt Crane I am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am the founder and creator of the Power of Great, and I help you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. Now that is a consistent power statement. So then what happens is you now start creating a consistent power statement, which leads you to opportunities to continue to tell your story. So what people look for now when they watch my post, they watch my videos, they read my content, they already know who they are, who they're talking to, who I am, and what I'm really trying to accomplish. So I always set my next day up with my story by telling my story the day before. And I know that seems very simple, but that's what I'm going to tell you. Find your lane, find your story, commit to it, and that's all you're going to do. Thank you, Miss Career. I appreciate you. Thank you. Love you too. So did that help answer your question? I hope that did. If that did not, hey, ask me one more. Let's see how we can take it a little bit deeper. So I want to thank everyone. How important is setting up your scope instead of winging it? I'll wing it too much. So once again, been making videos. Here's what's going to happen. Don't set up anything. Your life isn't set up for you. Jesus Christ died on the cross so you didn't have to make a decision on your life. He gave you the opportunity to live the life that you wanted because he went and defeated hell for you. So if my life's not set up for me, then why should I set up anything? I'm going to set up everything I'm going to do in life by consistently and authentically telling my story. So that's what I want you to think, Ben. So you're still thinking that you got to set it up perfectly so people will come to you. Let me help you out with something. I'm being very transparent. If you wrote the same title of a Periscope that I wrote, you won't compete with me. You know why you won't compete with me? Because nobody knows your story. Everyone knows my story. That's what too many people do on these Periscopes and these live streams and these Facebook posts. They try to do the same, and you're not the same as me. What would you recommend, live streams or YouTube over videos or both? So both. Every one of my live streams I download and put it to YouTube. Remember we talked about multiple channels of distribution. Multiple channels of distribution. Right? Right, Ernie Ferrari? You may not have known my story, but immediately when you came in, you were going to decide in 5 minutes whether you were staying or going. And the only thing that was going to hold you in your seat was how long it took me to tell you who I was, what I was doing, and why you needed to stay. Am I correct? If I'm correct in that, hit me with yes. Yes, Hans Freller. Guys, I'm going to be on Hans Freller, my man right there. I'm going to be on his show Saturday on Blab. You don't want to miss it because I'm laying down the track. Okay? Thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys so very much. Look, I'm only amazing because you guys allow me the opportunity to share with you each and every night, and I really appreciate that. And I'm so honored and blessed that I'm able to fail forward because I'm not afraid to put it out there. You know, you guys think that I'm a polished guy now. You should have seen me when I started. It was brutal. Thanks, Matt. You clarified a lot for me. Been making videos. I'm proud of you, buddy. You know, the one thing you're gonna become so great at is telling your story, because you're engaging in these periscopes. You're asking questions. You're willing to put yourself out there to get scrutinized or coached, as I like to call it, and you're going to win. Is Blab a productive platform? Every social media platform that makes sense for your message is productive, because Blab is a recordable channel. So if Hans records the show and I subscribe to the show, I'm going to get a notification that I subscribed, and then I'm also going to get a notification that the replay is viewable. And then I'm going to be able to ask Hans, hey, can I get the recording? And then I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel. Multiple channels of distribution. So any other questions that I can answer for you guys and gals tonight? Any other questions that I can answer for you guys and gals tonight? Right? So see how amazing that is? Hans is going to allow me to leverage his platform to not only share my story, but then he's going to give me that content so I can then distribute that to another area and just provide more content and more opportunities for people to see that. So here's a great point. Hans, you and I first met on Periscope. Then we met on Facebook. And what really was it about Matt that led me to being invited to your show? I'm going to ask Hans that question because I want him to answer it, because I want you guys to see something here. How do you improve daily on being a speaker? So MJJ, here's the perfect my story. Boom. And hey, trust me, he's not it's funny he said that, but that's true. So MJJ Lover 97, here's what I will tell you. I have a tape recorder, and then I also have a recorder on my phone. Is that every time I have any type of speaking engagement, or I'm speaking, or I know I'm going to do something, I record it. Then I go back and I replay that, and I see where I was confident, I see where I wasn't confident, and I see the moments in which I allowed my insecurities to take over. And then I immediately go to work on that. So if I stumbled on a Periscope and I let it affect me, and maybe it took me a few minutes to kind of gain my legs again, well, I want to figure out what happened there. And more times than not, it was because I was insecure about something. Maybe I was speaking on a topic that I wasn't completely an expert in, if you will, right? But by recording that and by listening to that, what happens is I'm able to go back and say, okay, wow, I get it. And then what happens? A great speaker now has a consistent way of delivering the message. It keeps people engaged. You see, if I ever feel as if you guys might go to sleep on me, right? You crank up some music, or you give them a call to action, or you do something, right? So 2 more questions, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more questions. I want to thank you all. Once again, my name is Matt Crane, I am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. Founder of The Power of Great. I want to thank my boys and girls at Rush Impact Marketing, who bring this opportunity to us every single night. They are a huge driving force behind The Power of Great, and I'm so appreciative to have them as a part of our team and a part of this growing brand. Without their help, I don't know where we would be right now. I said something about answering too many comments. Should I talk questions? Not sure what you mean by that. Should you talk questions at the end? Well, here's what I would say. So, for instance, I did a Power of Great book review series tonight, and I had 110 comments. I'm going to go back and personally answer all those comments, but I made sure that I gave one big comment at the bottom so everybody can see it. What are your best tips on Instagram now that it has a business option? We're going to talk about that tomorrow, Raquel. That will be tomorrow's episode, so I'm not going to give away that answer. We're definitely going to talk about that tomorrow. I will give you guys a golden nugget. I would change your personal page to a business page because you're going to be able to see analytical data that way. Crucial information. My man, First Gen Meal Club. What's up, big boy? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so very much. All right, does anyone have any other questions? If you have a question, you're trying to get it in or you're thinking about how to ask it, put a 1 in the comment box because I'm going to take 2 more questions and then I'm going to have to crank it down. I started Facebook Live, have done a few vids. Facebook now tells me they are looking for viewers for me. Yes, so what they're doing is they're building your audience base. Not sure if it's good or not. So what's really happening is the algorithm that Facebook has is they're looking for people who respond more to your information or the type of information that you're giving. So what needs to happen, once again, why people don't understand the leverage of those platforms is that if you don't use it all the time, then they're not going to know how to build your audience. So that's why consistency is so vital, so important. All right, so no one put a 1 in the comment box, so great. I just want to say thank you again for everyone. Okay, how much time a day should I spend implementing these tips tonight? Account, social media. MailChimp, didn't see that question, I'm sorry. So I said it last night in the very first video, is that you want to create a social media schedule. Create a social media schedule. So I want to block off, me personally, I block off 30 minutes to an hour every day to either creating content or responding to content or adding content. Because I know that the way that my schedule is built and the way that I'm built, that if I block that time off, then now I can truly focus on that particular platform. And I'm going to be more effective because I'm going to give people more real-time feedback and I'm going to be more engaged. And then what I do, I cut my notifications off. Because your audience is expecting you to engage, but if all you're doing is engaging them, then they're going to wonder what the heck you do all day. Right? So you can do 2 things. You can watch the Periscope replay, which is still up here, or you can get to my YouTube channel, and I've uploaded that video on YouTube. And I will put the link in the Power of Great Facebook page. So I want to say thank you again for everyone that came tonight. I really appreciate your participation. I appreciate your shares, the hearts, the likes. But more importantly, I appreciate the engagement. You know, the Power of Great, when I created the brand, when myself and my man Jeremy Warner, I was in the driveway, he was in St. Louis, Missouri. We were really hashing out some things. And, you know, I knew the Power of Great was my brand. And it's built on the definition that it's built on recognizing your current situation is not your defining moment. And, you know, all these things that I do that we're really trying to accomplish with this brand is to help do what? Hand off an opportunity for you guys to create your Power of Great moment, your Power of Great organization, your Power of Great business. All these things are so important. So that engagement, that feedback is very important. Look, I have a podcast that we created called The Power of Great. It airs on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. I would love for each and every one of you to get to the podcast. bit.ly/I am Matt Crane will take you to the iTunes version. So somebody could pop that up in the chat box for me. bit.ly/I am Matt Crane. And here's what I would love for you guys to do. Get to that podcast by subscribing to that podcast or downloading that podcast. Every episode that I upload, now you get that available. We have guests. I do personal podcasting. We also have different interviews and people from all different walks of life that really help you. Thank you, Brooke. I appreciate that. That really help you see their power of great. So by doing that, it's going to give you an opportunity to stay locked into the movement and to the brand and to so many people that are getting behind this concept. Then what I would love for you to do is leave me a review. By leaving a review of the podcast, it gives me an opportunity to know what you're liking, what you don't like, and how I can consistently improve this information. My man Jay Hellringer, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my man. Proud to have you back. Hope you're doing well. Hope your mind has shifted a little bit and you're in the saddle and you're rocking and rolling. Jiggy Mig, thank you. That name is hilarious. I love that. Monica, thank you so very much. Miss Career IT, I hope I said that correctly. That is right, the power of great. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being a part of the Periscope tonight. My name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am the founder and creator of the Power of Great, where I help you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. Yes, I would personally like to invite you all to my exclusive and complimentary Business Builders Inner Circle. The link is in the Periscope bio. And there we share information. I do exclusive training, complimentary training, and I definitely add all different types of forms of communication. We have a lot of networking that goes in there. There's so many amazing people already in the group that legitimately want to see you grow and expand. If you're also a blogger, I am currently looking for guest bloggers to post on my website. So if you're a blogger, definitely want to get with me on some articles that you might want to see get posted on my website. I would love the opportunity to share and add some of your content. So definitely reach out to me. You can do that by messaging me on any social media channel at I Am Matt Crane. bit.ly/I Am Matt Crane is the Business Development Inner Circle. I think, Jay, you're already in it, buddy. My website right now, we're getting ready to transition, but right now, it's robertmatthewcrane.com. Robert, RobertMatthewCrane.com. We'll have that transferred over to IamMattCrane.com tonight. So, I want to thank you guys again, guys and gals, for being here. The Periscope's amazing. You guys are always engaging, and I really want you to understand how to become more effective prospectors on Facebook. Watch the replay. For everyone that is going to watch the replay on the web, thank you. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the hearts. Recognize your current situation is not your defining moment, and you are well on your way to understanding and harnessing your power of great. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about the power of prospecting, how to leverage Instagram. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.